Well, good morning to everyone. We're going to start with a project of transforming a RZR from Peg Perego 24 volts and upgrading the batteries. Problem at home was that the batteries were shot. We bought it second hand and it ran for a very short time. So we decided to do an upgrade to increase the capacity of the batteries in order to make it last longer and have the kids a little bit more oomph throughout the whole ride. So yeah, let's just start with this. Well, first of all, so we can identify if this is your model. There are not many actually running 24 volts, so this one is an easy going. The first step that we're going to do is, remove the screws that you see on your seat. Put them in a safe place, and then you remove with a Phillips grip this bolt over here and this bolt over here. Same on the other side, this bolt over here, you will see it here, and this bolt over here. First thing you notice is that you can push this assembly forward and it will remove the lid. We put it on the back. Second, remove this forward. You can put it on the back. Okay, you will see that I gained some time here. This is where the original battery connected. We keep that as is. And in this case, I bought 20 amp batteries and I put them laying down. Be careful that you make sure you buy gel batteries, otherwise laying it down will damage the battery and it will last short. So they need to be gel or lithium. So you choose. These are compatible with the original charger, so I recommend keeping it here in the gel. Otherwise you will have to buy a lithium battery charger, and those come expensive and not necessarily will work according to specification. All right, so next thing that you will need to do is, as you can see, if you remove this battery, you will see that there's a controller board, right? This controller board is probably controlling all the electronics from the gear lever. So what we're going to do is pry it with 2 screwdrivers from this corner first. I don't know if you can, from this corner first, and then from the other corner first, and you will remove 2 little teeth that are holding the board in place. You see those teeth? They need to come out of their slots. And then as soon as you remove it, you flip it upside down, the other way in this case. It's hard to do with only one hand. And you position it like so to make some space for the new battery. Your original battery will be handy because you've got this connector. This connector is what it will connect directly to your Peg Perego without any sort of mods. So what you need to do is gently, which is almost impossible because these things dry up, so they become quite brittle. Open one side, take from the positive connector and the negative connector this cable assembly with a fuse. This is what we're going to need to connect the new battery, right? So we know that the one with a white little label, in this case, I don't know if every single model is going to be the same, is with the positive, and this is going to be the negative. So once you place the 2 batteries, because they're 24 volts, you need to connect these batteries in series. So the first thing you will notice is that your original plug, which is here, will connect to the negative there. The positive needs to connect to the negative here in order to ramp up voltage. So for that we need a cable that is more or less 2 hands full. It will pass through the tunnel, this tunnel here, from side to side to connect. And the positive final cable needs to be 1, 2, 3 at least. This is a rough calculation to make sure you make it from one side to the other. Now we're going to go ahead and put the terminals on, cut the cable, make sure it's the right length, and put the terminals on. Okay, in order to do the bridge cable, we already measured that we needed more or less 2 hands, 2 palms length cable. In order to do so, you're going to need some clippers, a tool for crimping, and some terminals. In this case, nothing fancy. I just bought some cheap, locally available from the hardware store. And what we're going to need, these are color coded for the gauge, right, of your cable. So if your cable is thicker, you will have a yellow terminal, which in this case is a bit too much. So we're going to use a blue, and if your cable is thin, then you would use a red. We peel the ends. If you have a cable peeler, well, even better. I do have somewhere, but for the sake of having this done fast, because my little son is in the house, so I'm doing this incognito. We clamp, make sure it's secure. I like to do it at least 3 times to make sure terminal is fully fastened. And then we do it on the other side. We peel first. Make sure it's more or less roll it up a little bit so you can slide it in without having fibers or little strands loose. Again, you select the blue and you crimp with a blue edge of this. This is one of the worst crimpers ever, but sometimes you need to do what you need to do, and this is what you have in hand. This is for everyone in a garage to be able to replicate this and actually extend the range of your razor for kids to have plenty fun. So this is the final product. This is your bridge cable. It will go to positive to negative from one battery to the other. So now we need a positive terminal, which we've measured the cable. We said it was going to be 3 palms length, but this should be around 80 centimeters to have a reference. And we're going to have one of these terminals to go to the positive terminal of the second battery, and we're going to need something that connects in this little terminal here, right? We're going to use a spade. This is going to be our spade. Hopefully we can have a big spade, will serve us better. So again, we peel. This is long enough. We go around this. Blue terminal goes in. Make sure that we don't leave any strand outside. That's tight. Final product, the long connector. So now we have negative terminal, clicks in the original connector with a fuse, and we're gonna do a quick wrap this just to make sure it stays solid and vibrations of the kids playing negative terminal, positive terminal, and your bridge cable. Let's go to the right on. On the right on, for the sake of assembly, we're going to put vertical the gel batteries, so it makes our life easier to put everything in. We have the original terminals provided with the battery. We're going to put one assembly here and one assembly here, and let's put this thing together. So recapping in the assembly, we got the negative connected to the fuse terminal on the negative pole. The positive goes all the way through the tunnel to the positive terminal, and then from this positive we jump to this negative. So now we have the batteries connected in series and doing 24 volts. Now it's time to close everything up. Go back in, slot them in. We're going to put all this assembly, we tuck it in. We make sure that when we put this in, we're going to have these two connectors outside so we can charge it afterwards. Again, we're going to make sure that those two connectors are stuck in there. Slide the back taps inside there like they used to come in. Come on, there you are. And now we put the 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once again, that puts it back in. We just fold this in, make sure that the plugs are inside their own slot, and the last screw to secure the seat, it's here. All right. So it makes the final touches before we make sure this is functional. We put it in first. You're going to hear the beep that it's making sure it works. Whoa, it's alive. So that's the first upgrade of the RZR 24 volts from Peg Perego. I hope you guys can do the same at your home for your kids, because I think riding longer is always better. Hope this helps, and stay tuned because probably we're going to do some more upgrades and custom on the kids ride on.